Alright, how's it going? Today I'm taking a look at Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of Mordor is an action game, that's about all I can think about it. It's an action game developed by Monolith Entertainment. Wait, maybe. Monolith, is it Studios? Sorry, give me a second here. It is Monolith Productions, I'm wrong about that. Okay, and then Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment is the publisher. That's where the confusion was. So it's made by Monolith, published by Warner Brothers. So the first thing I want to say about this game is that, by the way, I've played 25%. So I've played for almost 9 hours of the game, so I feel that's good. Go ahead and continue. I won't show any story elements off, but I will talk a little bit about the plot. So basically, you play as this guy. I've got him in a different outfit. And his family and himself were murdered by... let's see what they're called, the Black Hand, the Tower, and I can't remember the other one. Maybe the Hammer? Yeah. Like the Black Hand is Sauron, the Tower is Sauron, and then the Hammer is Sauron. I believe that's correct. And this guy is a character from, what is it, Middle-earth lore, or, Lord of the Rings lore. So basically this game, as far as I can tell, takes place probably between The Hobbit and probably The Fellowship, if I'm correct. I'm not 100%, but I feel like that's right. It's definitely post-Hobbit and pre-Return of the King, because there are mentions to ring wraiths, but they're not in this. And so basically, you are in Mordor. I can show you the map real quick. This is the map. As far as I can tell, this is the whole map. This is everything. So these towers right here, these blue ones here, and the one I'm on right now, are basically, well, one, they're safe zones, and B, all these different areas that get highlighted by white on the map used to be dark because they weren't locked, but as far as being able to see it, now it's blue, so you knew where stuff is, and so what you had to do is climb this tower and reforge it. Now, this is the only real similarity to Assassin's Creed. This is like using the eagle vision to unlock a zone. Other than that, this game is not really like Assassin's Creed at all. It's like the Batman games. In fact, if I'm correct, this game was originally going to be one of the like a new Arkham game. I think kind of like in the same vein as what was it called? Origins. So not made by Rocksteady, obviously, but made by Warner Brothers. The combat, it's a lot more like that. In fact, the combat can be a little difficult, especially in the beginning, whereas Assassin's Creed, it's never hard. You can kill unlimited waves of enemies. Right down there is a, can't think about what it's called, but it's some type of big beast. It's not a troll. And those are Kragors, I think is what they're called. And you can mount them if you get an ability, which I think you might have to for story reasons, but the Uruks and the Orcs cannot. As far as I know, there are no... there might be goblins, but I think it's just Uruks. I'm not sure if it differentiates between Orcs, Uruks. I know they're not the same thing. The goblins are different, but I'm not sure what all is in it. And I don't know if they're called... Are the big ones called Urkai, or are those just Uruks? See, I'm not 100% sure. I've seen the movies, read The Hobbit, and I read about 40 pages of the Silmarillion before I stopped, because it's a really tough read. But anyways, not talking about that. So basically, this is probably one of the main functions. You can look at here is Saurons Army. So basically, these are captains. In fact, these are, that's just a captain. And then there used to be some war chiefs up here, but there are not currently, because you have to kill them. So anyways, what's going on is that these shadow ones, I don't know them. Like, I don't know who these are. I only know the identities of these two captains. Right now, if I'm right, I can look at their weaknesses. This one's, I can kill him instantly by stealthing him. I can also mount him, not mount, I can mount a Kragor, probably the big thing over there in the corner that you saw earlier. You can also unlock ability to ride them. I do not have it yet. Killed instantly using a combat finisher, so these guys can die pretty easy, especially this one. And then it also shows their power level. His is level 9. I think this guy was also level 9. Yeah. And so all these guys, basically, these are the weaker ones. These are lower rank, higher rank. Highest rank captains are like right here, and then the war chiefs. So anyways, what can happen, and I can show it on the map, I believe. Let me see. I think, okay, maybe it doesn't show up on the map. I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, you can get intel regarding the captains, but I can go and try to find it. So there are stealth walkings and such. Basically, the only people you'll deal with are going to be slaves, and then these are just kind of guards, which I can stealth kill him, and I believe this liberates the slaves. Yep, right there. So that's an Uruk kill, and then plus 10 for liberate it for each one. So all these guys are free to go. Setting down his thing. He's done. Now, that doesn't in particularly matter. Sometimes they'll kind of give you a... sometimes they'll give you like a little quest that says, go free my brothers, or, you know, whatever. Another thing I can do, I can do a brutalizing kill, which, if this is pointless to do if there's no other Uruks around, because all that they will do is, what it does is it scares other Uruks, and that's it. Now you see how that 6 is highlighted red and shaking? That's what I'm able to do with type of finisher or any type of combat ability. It's pointless right now because there are obviously no enemies. Another thing is there's the weapons and runes. Now this is a disappointment, but it was, you know, is never advertised to me in such a way. I was hoping that you would be able to get different swords and such. You cannot, but you can get different runes which level up, or not level up, but give different abilities to your weapons. Like here, these two are epics. This guy right here, Pigug the Lookout. I should say this. He may not be in anyone else's game, because these are mostly randomly generated. The Ward Chiefs, I'm not 100% certain about. I know at least one of them has to be in the game for story reasons. The other ones, I don't know if they're exactly the same or not. But everyone else, they're random. And it's kind of how they act is different. But this guy, and I don't even know he's dead for sure, because sometimes you kill them and they don't die. They just sort of, they'll come back. They don't actually die. If you cut their head off, that is the only way to know for sure. And then this guy, the one I got from this one, this dick, I've fought him about 8 times. Early on, he was the bane of my existence. He was really tough. He uses a crossbow. But it's funny, because he used to be kind of intelligent, like smarter than like the other Uruks, it seemed. But the more I beat him, like you see how he's got that metal piece over his eye? He used to not have that. He doesn't have an eye there anymore. He used to have this weird like kind of beak helmet on. But the more I fight him, he would be like, he'd be like, you again, I'm getting tired of fighting you. And then it came down to, you kill me, me kill you. It's like, you gave me Scar, I give you Scar. He gets dumber and dumber. So I don't know if I will see him again, but I didn't cut his head off last time, and it frustrated me. But if I do see him again, I imagine he might just drool. I don't know that they do that. But yeah, there are definitely different intelligence and different ways of fighting them. Like for him, he doesn't rush me, or he used to not. Now he can't not, because I rush him. He has a crossbow, or he used to. He may not even anymore. I mean, he has to have a sword. But he would stay back and like be surrounded by enemies, so I'd have to be busy fighting them, and then he would just shoot me with the crossbow, and so he'd kill me very easily. This guy, I can't remember fighting him at all. Yeah, I don't remember fighting him, so I couldn't tell you anything about that. That's about the only one that I recognize. Oh, right here you can see, that's the same guy. That's Scoff the Mad. So yeah, so I've killed him twice, or beat him twice. Let's see, do I have any more? I don't have any more from there. But anyway, so they level up your sword in a way, but it just adds extra abilities. You also have a bow, and then your dagger. Let's see, I can go through maybe on the dagger. Okay, that one, I think it just I just found that. Oh, so there you go. Here he is again. Here's Pig the Lookout. So maybe you recognize a couple of these guys. Some of them, they may just be retextured, but they give them certain names and things. And upgrades, this is basically your level system. The yellow ones, you have to play more of the main missions. This one, I believe I have to, I just need more ability points. I don't have any. And the red ones, I don't have enough power. And so those are different bars, you see. So XP is for the white ones. Story missions are for these ones. I can't even think about it. The yellow ones, and then red is for power. I think I've only done one for the power. I'm not even sure. And then these are it's like experience points, but there are certain other type of points system that just kind of like rune slots, health upgrades, different amounts of arrows you can use, and then these come later on, I imagine. And then progression, so I'm 25% through that, doing so many of these. That is something I will say. I can show it right here in the appendix, or appendix, whatever. So these are artifacts that you find with the other character of you, and basically with these, you'll examine them and try to find a memory piece of it, because basically the other guy has lost his memory, so you have to get that back. This guy, so that's Wraith form, which is what gives you the powers. But I think here's what I'll go ahead and do. I'll show you guys some combat. So I can go ahead and just hit this guy, and then wait. So now they're all here. So as you see, that is very similar to Assassin's Creed and I would say the Arkham games. But really, the combat to me is a lot more like the Arkham games, because I don't know, it's a lot harder to keep your combos, a lot more, I'd say, varied types of enemies, but there's really just about as many in both games. But this is the big thing that I had to say, which I'm neither against nor pro. It's how brutal this game kind of is. Like, there's a lot of gore. Well, there's a bit of gore, and it's just dark, because, like, like Lord of the Rings, it wasn't like a revenge story. That's not really part of the the lore so much. And this is really like your family was killed, and then like then you were killed, but you're banished from death is the line that's used. Another thing I want to say is that the parkour in this game, and this is my main strife, it's not good. You get snagged on a lot of things, and it's kind of like it's really, I don't know, it's really easy to get snagged on things. It's not fluid, it's not fast in the way that like the Assassin's Creed series is. But another thing that I think's great about the game, it's just that, so again with the Saurons Army system, you can learn who these guys are by interrogating. Interrogating? Is that right? Interrogating? Yeah, that's right. Interrogating. Sorry, that was kind of weird to me. Felt like I didn't say it right. These other like Uriks that don't know, that know certain stuff, and they'll have like little green icons over them, so I can't seem to see any, so I don't. I can't really show that system off, unfortunately. But I can probably show with this guy just real quick, although he doesn't know anything. I can interrogate him and gain intel, so I can learn it from him. So basically now I know this captain, but see, if he, like that little blue green icon next to the word intel, if you see one with that, then he will tell you. Then you kill him. I can also shank him, and I can also drain power from him. But here's the thing. This, because I'm running away, you can hear sometimes a captain might come from these guys. Perhaps it'll be kind of, I think that's kind of a little more random, and it's just kind of randomly generates that. But a captain might come in, and when he sees you for what you would think to be the first time ever, he'll say, you can't run away this time. But something else that will happen, I didn't kill a captain, but I injured him, and it looked like he had like this blood spot over his eye. So it's possible he won't have an eye, and the next time I see him, he'll remember that I injured him, and he'll have a comment about it, and it may even paranoid him, so he might keep like a lot more guards around him in the future, or he'll maybe wear a helmet so he can't get hit in the head. I don't really know, but things do change with the enemies a lot. Okay, right here. So here's some intel. You can get it from interrogating Uriks, or you can get it from pieces of paper. So this, I think I've had him before. I know stuff about him. He's very vulnerable to everything, basically. So he's afraid of Kragor. He's also clumsy. He can be grabbed easily. Can be killed by single charged headshot, probably what I'll do. Vulnerable stealth finisher, so he's really easy to kill. Oh, but he kind of will come after you if he kind of senses you around. He might kind of run away from combat. He also summons nearby allies, and he's fast. So he's really good at getting out of there. So that's another thing. Some enemies, it might be you can't hit them from behind. That'll happen sometimes. Some enemies you can't hit from the front. There's just a lot of different things. Even now, I occasionally still run into enemies that are still just a little tough for me. But I'll go ahead and do a mission, kind of show you guys how it is. I'll do this one. This is a duel. So invade a duel between Tukog Ghoul Lover and Orlok the Drunk to weaken Saurons Army. You get +4 power. How close am I to that? Not very. I'll go over to... Well, I'm not that far away. Okay. So occasionally, I've seen this happen. Whoa, the frames just did something weird that's never happened before. Maybe it's... I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm recording it. I don't think that should matter. So like right now, he's not doing a lot of moving, and he gets caught like really easily on like a lot of stuff. And that is my biggest strife about the game, is that the parkour is not fluid. Also, I'll go ahead and say this. Another negative, it's a very repetitive game. I'm enjoying it a whole lot. Honestly, as far as the current, the new generation of consoles, this is my favorite game so far. I think it's, I don't know, I enjoy playing it more than I have anything else. But I can't play it very long at a time. So these guys are going to fight. And what I can do, I can watch them fight if I want. But the point is one of them has to survive it. It doesn't really matter which one, because either one's going to be stronger afterwards. Right? Or I can fight them both, interrupt it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to brutally kill this guy. Oh, I couldn't though, but I did weaken him. So, right here, these are captains. You weren't fighting at all. So, basically, I'm going to fight these guys, and I'm going to get to decide which one lives. So right here, I can interrogate him, but I'm going to drain him instead. I'm also sort of helping, because I'm not taking damage here, he is. That one I took damage from. So I can kind of use him as a shield, and he's about to die. So he just got killed, and I didn't kill him. Now, this will be the end to that. The duel was resolved. And let's see which one won. Okay, I let the strong one get stronger. So his power then increased. I didn't fail that mission. I also did not pass the mission. Those aren't really a fail or was it fail or succeed type missions. It's really kind of just like, do I want one to get stronger because I think maybe that'll become a funner mission, or what? It really just kind of things. Another thing I can do here is I can, if they'd let me, but they're not going to, I wouldn't think, is that I'm able to interrogate him. Okay, they have got me backed into a corner, and I could potentially die here. There has been a fire lit. Alright, he's dead. No, he's not. Alright, I am in a corner. Okay, he got hit by maybe me. I can't even tell. I don't think it was. So, those are ruins, by the way. Oh, God, I am getting my ass handed to me right now. See, it's a lot less forgiving than Assassin's Creed. So, honestly, I think that this was the best outcome as far as what the combat was going to be like. I was really hoping for parkour levels of Assassin's Creed, and then the combat of... Alright. So, I can do one of two things. I could kill or retort, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to let him kill me. So, basically, the Uruks know that I can't die. And he will get promoted because he killed me. And so he'll be stronger. Alright. Alright, he wasn't a captain, but he is now. So now he gets like a lot stronger, as you see. He's got armor and such on. He was a guy who was just in line. And now there's a war chief. So he gets a lot stronger, and he is going to be a lot harder to kill, because you have to do special things to kill the war chief. So there's actually a lot that's changing. Yep, he's getting promoted too. Just because you get promoted, though, doesn't obviously mean you're going to get stronger. It could mean that, though. I think really for them to get stronger, they have to kill me. Or survive a fight with me. So like a lot of these guys didn't. For example, some of those guys weren't here, but because I died, they got promoted. So now there's a new war chief, which is neat. So basically, if I succeeded in that, I got power. I think I still did actually get some power, but maybe not because I died. Oh, well, but I did definitely get experience points. So I don't really know which one I want. I'm gonna get this one. It can pin them in place if you shoot them in the foot. So that's good. I also have a rune for that. Another thing I think is very important to talk about, or not important to talk about, but I do like this, is that the extra stuff. A lot of information you can find out about just lore. In fact, some of this does tie into the book. Some of it does not, because this game is not official in the way that, like, you know, the books are. Also, here's something to talk about. This rain isn't all rain; it's some of it's hell, and that's pretty cool. But kind of just look at that, right? This is a very pretty game. Like, this game is well put together. It's probably one of the best licensed games I've ever played. I don't know if it is the best though, but it's not. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's definitely not one of the best. Not one of the best. I'm sure, or not the best. That's easily got to be a Star Wars game. But this is definitely one of the best, and it's fun. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is, in my opinion, good. But you may have noticed that I almost only showed, as far as gameplay, fighting. That's almost all there is. So if you're into the combat, which again, it's kind of like the Arkham series, or it is the Arkham series combat, and if you're really into that, then you're gonna like this. But if you like, maybe your favorite thing about the Arkham stuff was maybe just being Batman or the detective aspect. That's not really in this game. Not nearly as much. This can kind of be used in a very similar manner, but it's just not as good. But the combat is pretty cool. Like this, shooting that, it's going to drop that meat and draw Caragors. Right? As you see, there they are. And they're going to attack possibly someone. There's 3 Caragors down there. But, again, it's just that the game does obviously get easier. But it's still a challenge. I died, and I know I let myself die, but I could still have actually died there. All right, like, I didn't let myself get hit all those times. I sort of just did, because it's a little harder to play with commentary. But either way, it's not easy, right? This isn't always a super easy game, which is, I think, the thing to get across. It's either going to be, and this is a lot of people are thinking this, is it going to be like Assassin's Creed, or is it going to be like the Arkham games? It's like the Arkham games. That's what it is. It's a retextured Arkham game. And if you like the Arkham games for like all the aspects, I think you will find enjoyment about this game. If you were looking for an in-depth RPG, action RPG, this isn't that. This isn't that at all. But it's still a good game. And again, if you like the sort of games that, you know, personally, if you know what kind of games I like, then I really like this game, and I think it's good. But, you know, if you're watching this is the first thing you've ever seen by me, you know, that doesn't tell you anything, that I just like it. So, basically, it's like the Arkham games. If you've played the Arkham games and you like them, I believe you'll like this. If you have played them and you do not like them at all, you're not going to like this game. It's not going to be fun, because if this is just a retextured Arkham game almost entirely. Other than that, I can't really think a lot to say about it. The voice acting, I really enjoy that. It seems almost everything is voice acted, and basically the two main characters, I just kind of realized, this one, Talion, I think is his name, so that the human is I'm blanking on his name right now. I'm really bad about this. If I'm right, this one, the elf one, is I believe this is Nolan North, and this is the other one I can't show him because he's the other one. Talion is the other one, I believe. I could have that backwards, but if I'm blanking on that guy's name right now. It's like the two guys who do all the voice acting in video games, basically. They're both the main-ish characters of this game, because this guy and then this guy are very prominent to the story. But other than that, I would say I recommend this game. I like it a lot. Maybe you think $60 is just a little too much, or $64, whatever. It's just a little too much to pay for it right now, and if so, I would say if you're not good at idea, don't want to pay $60, this great at $40. Great at $40. But, again, if you're looking for something to play and you have the money to spare, this is not a bad game. I think it's actually pretty good. It's not just okay, which is really the feeling I've had about almost all the games, at least on the Xbox One. Obviously, I haven't played anything on the PlayStation yet. Also, this is out on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4 right now. I believe in November it comes out for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I will have no idea about how it's going to be on that. Obviously, it's going to look better on PC. Maybe not a noticeable difference on PlayStation 4. I'm playing on Xbox One. It's probably going to look maybe a little bit better on that. I don't know what's running at as far as like frames per second. If this helps you, it won't, because it's a YouTube video. Never mind. I was about to say I'm going to do this so you guys can tell, but you can't, because it's a YouTube video being recorded at... Actually, I think it's being recorded just under like at 26 frames, but maybe 30. But anyways, that's about all I have to say about it. I like the game quite a bit. Although, bear in mind, it is kind of hard for me to play this in long sittings for whatever reasons, because it's really repetitive, but I do like it. So if the combat looked interesting to you, then there you go. But if it didn't, then I'm sorry about that. I guess I'm not sorry about that. Well, I am kind of sorry that you don't share an opinion with me, but it's not a big deal. But anyways, so if the game looked fun, and that's about all there was, is the combat. That's all there really is combat in this game. When it all boils down to it, this is basically take the Arkham games combat and make it its own game. Take out the detective things. That is in the game a bit, but it's not a very large part of the game. So that's it. Again, combat heavy game. I like the combat Arkham games. This is not an Assassin's Creed game. That was just not true. I think that kind of boiled down because they said that some of the animations are very similar, but the parkour in this game is not nearly as good as Assassin's Creed, which I think is a bad thing, because Assassin's Creed parkour, in my opinion, I know a lot of people share this, is not very good itself, and this is worse. But that's the big problem I have with this game. But other than that, it's pretty good. I don't want to give this a number score. I don't do that, so I'm going to stay away from that. But if you want to know what I would give it a number, I guess I could say that now. I guess I'll do this for the first time. To score, you know what? No, I can't. Never mind. I'm not going to give it a number score. I'm just kind of against that. Anyways, so that's it. So this is Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Again, I think it's good. I recommend it. But if you don't like the Arkham games, then I don't. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.